Josh.
Yes, Ned.
Sometimes you find yourself in just a state of disarray and you don't really know how to make ends or tails of the world.
Heads or tails?
What did I say? Ends or tails?
I mean, both work, kind of.
Even worse. Ends or tails. They're right. They're in the same direction as well. And sometimes I like to find that I will turn to music. Yeah. Because people who are smarter and more eloquent than I am have put it into a better way.
Yep.
To sort of like, that's what people say about poetry. Specifically, I'm thinking of that one Ethan Hawke interview where he was like, a lot of people don't think
Famous
about
poet.
Well,
renowned poet. Ethan
he was
Hawke.
like, a lot of people don't think about poetry until you lose someone, until you get broken up with, and then all of a sudden you're like, no one's ever felt like this, and then you all of a sudden discover a poem or a song or a movie, and you're like, I'm so moved by this art that I now no longer feel so alone. Especially, I think one of the worst things in the world
You're aware that we filmed this podcast, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
You just picked goobers out of your
I
eyes
didn't pick
and
them. It
stared at
came
the
out.
goobers in your eyes.
Yeah, it came out.
I mean, that's gross.
No, I don't think it's that
and
gross.
the whole thing gets filmed now.
Anyway, I'm actually quite emotional. That was me getting tears out of my eyes.
I don't think it was. It was you getting your weird conjunctivitis sorted.
I actually think that... now that I think about it, losing a relative is one of the worst things that I think.
That was a gear change.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I wish you'd not made fun of me. I'm obviously in a very emotional state. I'm getting
conjunctivitis
out of my eyes.
Yeah.
Let me do it again. Now that I think about it. I think losing a relative
Okay, all right. No, I'm being serious.
would truly be
Lock
one
in.
of the saddest things. That's why there's so many songs
Of
about
course.
people losing people. Fix You by Coldplay, that's about losing people.
Is it?
When September Ends by Green Day, that's about his dad.
Yeah.
There's just so many songs. Taylor Swift has a bunch. Marjorie, apparently. I don't know. I've never heard of that. But apparently it's about her grandma. So
Okay. Yep.
a lot of times people will just turn
Who's
to these...
alive, coincidentally?
Yeah,
no, it's not.
It's just really pissing me off.
I don't know.
But I'd like to get serious because I found...
I will get serious. I'll lock in now as long as you don't pick your eyes again.
I'm not picking my eyes again. I'm getting rid of these fucking tears because I'm just...
Okay.
I'm in a state of disarray. I found a new one, and I don't want to think about what it implies, but it is a grandma.
Okay.
It's a song about losing a grandma. And so I don't want to think... I've already lost one. God forbid. I don't want to lose my second one. I only got two.
Well, you're gonna.
Eventually I will lose one, and it makes me very sad. So I kind of am a little bit happy that I found this song that's going around at the moment about losing your grandma, just in case something awful happens. And honestly,
You got it ready to go.
I have it ready to go. I won't need to go like aimlessly searching the internet trying to find something to make, as you said, heads or tails of this whole thing.
Yes.
I can go straight to this song and just feel a wave of relief wash over me as I realize
people have been through this before. I'm not alone.
This is the song from the artist Miami XO. It's called Bazooka.
Would you like me to press play?
Obviously, fucking idiot.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about it every time I hit the hookah. Kaboom, kablow, kaboom.
I heard Michael laugh, and he's 2 rooms away. What the You can play it again if you'd like. Again. This is Bazooka.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
What's it a metaphor for? It's got to be a metaphor for something.
And then he goes on to explain that he's like, I'm not going and getting justice because they killed you with a rocket launcher. Like, what are they going to do to me? If they got you with a bazooka, what are they going to do to me? It's nice and reassuring knowing there's someone out there who's lived through this. God forbid my granny goes this way.
I actually want my nan to go this way now. Sounds like she's going to have a real Rambo part of her 90s.
Closed casket, guys. Yeah. Closed casket on this one.
All right, just quickly on the spot. Ned?
Yeah?
Are you aware of what the Lube Mobile is?
Yes. I see him around.
Are you aware of what the Lube Mobile is?
Why did you say it like that?
Lube Mobile?
Yeah.
Are you aware of what it is?
I know what the Lube Mobile is.
I bet you do. All right, so the Lube Mobile... Okay, just moving forward.
What could you mean by that?
Let's move forward. Quickly, the Lube Mobile is obviously a mechanic that comes to you, and what I obviously meant there was Michael's a poor driver, so he's going to be
constantly having to be
aware
lubed out of sticky situations.
I'm so sorry, Michael.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. All right, okay. The reason I wanted to talk about this today is the Lube Mobile has had the same...
It's Lube. You keep saying Lube Mobile.
The Lube
and it is looming, but it's Lube.
The Lube Mobile has had the exact same branding my entire life.
Yeah, same.
It has been like a kind of an almost a timeless design. Like
they nailed it.
Like a Coke can. Like it's got like it says Lube Mobile, it's blue, it's yellow, and it's red. Like it's I can picture the van now. Yeah. I saw one driving on the streets of Canberra the other day. They've completely done a rebrand.
Like it used to be the guy with a hand, he's had a hand on his wrench. Mm-hmm. And then the wrench was coming out and it was Lube Mobile.
Yep. Now it looks like a fucking air conditioning company. Like, it is awful now. Like,
I just found photos of it.
They've just done like a modern rebrand of the Lube Mobile. And I think it is the biggest downgrade in the history of branding since...
It looks like, honestly, it looks like branding within Bunnings.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, it's just, now it looks like if you did like a little airdrop, one of the red things, but then there was just a wrench in it.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. This looks awful. I didn't even care about it.
I think there's a point where you've done something for so long in terms of branding, you just need to leave it now. Like,
it's kind of like O'Brien's.
Yeah.
Like, they have to be blue and yellow forever now.
They do.
They always have to be O'Brien's.
Bob Jane T-Mart.
Great.
That needs to look the way it looks.
It's looked that way for so long that when I was a child, I used to think that Bob Jane and Colonel Sanders were brothers. Because
I can see that.
It was both their, like, the black silhouette of their faces on their businesses.
But I used to think Bob Jane and the Tattersalls guy were brothers.
Why?
Because he's the same. He's got like a monochromatic face and he's just there going, bet on shit. Yeah. Like,
bet on shit.
I always
Give us some of your money.
Yeah, I always thought they were related. But anyway,
okay, so same thing.
The point here is there are some... And I think this is I'm not sure who I'm trying to yell at here, but I think it is marketing agencies. I think
leave it.
There's some brands that if they come to you and offer you money to do a rebrand,
come to us first.
I think go to the Australian public first.
Yeah, and say, actually, do you feel like we need this?
You know what, marketing agencies, look inside yourself. Because I think at the end of the day, obviously you need to feed your kids and whatnot, but there are some things that don't need to be changed. And the Lube Mobile, Michael will be the first to attest, is an institution.
Their number one fan.
We talked about before there was a homophobic comment
Excuse
before.
me.
From you, by the way.
Excuse me.
And also, what are you talking about, Michael? What the hell are you... What do you mean by that? I like it in fights, like arguments and stuff and disagreements, when something is deemed too far. Just leave the mothers out of this.
Yeah.
No one needs to bring Dorothy Mantooth into this.
Yeah, she's a saint.
She is a saint. Mm-hmm. She needs to be left out of this. The same way it's like, leave the wives out of this. Like, this is a disagreement between gentlemen. Our spouses need not know.
For me, it's leave money owed out of this. That's not what we're talking about right now.
We're talking about current debts.
Yeah, we're not
ones from months ago.
No, we're not talking about money owed.
Now, again, as someone who's coming into could not be more of a third party into this.
Yes.
I didn't even really know that there was beef between these two entities. But I'm here to say, leave something out of it. Can we not have some respect, for God's sake?
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but Japan and China not getting along great.
Aren't they?
Apparently not.
Okay.
And again...
I was going to say global affairs expert Ned Brouard has said that.
I'm just hearing about
this.
Do
your own research.
I'm just hearing about this.
Yep.
I don't understand why. I'm sure one of them, both of them, or neither of them are in the right.
Yeah.
And I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to stand on that
The
hill.
situation's fluid.
The situation could move at any time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not siding with either country.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Because you've done no research.
Because I've done no research. Because it's not what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And look, Japan, China, you're allowed to have your disagreements as long as we're settling it, I guess, with words.
Diplomatically.
Diplomatically, I think that's fantastic. But for God's sake, leave the pandas out of it.
Oh, wow.
China has said to Japan...
Give the pandas back.
We want them back.
From zoos.
From the zoos. Our relationship is so strained, we want our f***ing pandas back.
No, well, I don't think that's...
No more.
No, there's no give-backsies with pandas.
So...
They're too adorable.
This weekend, everyone flocked to this zoo in Japan to say goodbye to these two twins, Chow Chow and Lele, before they're sent.
Adorable names as well.
Oh, and they're adorable pandas. They're fantastic. Every panda is a great panda. That's why I'm saying, for God's sake, leave the pandas out of this.
Yeah, I don't think that's not diplomatic.
I don't think so either.
That's hostile.
That's petty.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm arguing with my sisters when I'm 9, and then I'm like, yeah, and you're not allowed to use my bike pegs anymore. And they're like, what?
Why were they using your bike
Interchangeable BMX bike pegs.
pegs? Well, why was that happening?
Because we only had like 2 sets in the house. Because I used to get robbed a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
so I used to leave my bike out the front
of younger children.
Probably. I didn't catch them. This is the problem. I didn't catch them. But I would leave my bike out the front of a lot of places, and I would come out and be like, "Damn it, my bike pegs have been stolen again." So it's like, why are we arguing about this? We were talking about TV time, and now we're arguing about who gets bike pegs.
What's an appropriate amount of time for an ex using your like Netflix account? Like, when do you sort of say it was an amicable breakup and there was no hostility, but
2 months.
Because
sort out your affairs by
like
2 months.
This is the international diplomacy version of that. It's like, we gave you the pandas at a better time.
Yeah, you had Netflix when money was flowing in.
When we were happy with each other, we gave you pandas.
There was some quid pro quo.
We don't need the pandas back just because things have gone to shit.
Exactly right. We, as the Chinese, loved sushi.
Yep.
And in turn, you loved pandas.
Yep. We did an exchange.
Exactly right.
Yep.
You guys were stoked. As a matter of fact, we loved Godzilla.
Yep. We're going to watch the movie still.
Exactly.
And you don't have to give us the pandas back.
Yeah.
That's exactly how this should work.
Can we not settle this over some Godzilla? For God's sake.
What about if Godzilla fought a panda? We come together, co-production.
I honestly think that's a stretch too far. And they already have King Kong.
Yep, true.
They have a mammal that takes on Godzilla.
And I think Godzilla would destroy a panda.
I was going to say most tall rocks destroy pandas.
Yeah, Godzilla would eat a panda like popcorn chicken. Exactly. They'd be endangered again in about 4 minutes.
Like, this movie's over in 10 minutes, guys. Who else have you got for me? Surely not more pandas. I do subscribe to the societal rule of like, if you're not hurting anyone else and you're doing something to yourself, go hell for leather.
Yeah.
And again, I cannot emphasize enough,
not
as long as it's not and not even affecting anyone else. If your neighbors can hear what you're doing, it's already too far.
I'd even add in the caveat here, because I get what you're saying of like, I don't want it to be hurting you either. I know. I
know some
will.
people. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, but
and there's sections of society that really enjoy being hurt.
I'm more mean,
like the Jackass Boys, for example.
What I was trying to say is, if you enjoy sniffing spray paint, that's not a good thing. I'm not encouraging that.
There's things you can do to yourself that are bad. If you're sniffing glue, that's really bad.
If you enjoy someone calling you names, that's your business. That's your business.
If you were a pershot being stomped on, who am I to judge?
But if you're hurting yourself in a very detrimental way to your own health, I'd like that to stop.
This falls perfectly in exactly what you and I just said, and I honestly think that, again, whilst you're not... Well, this sort of has harmed people because there's needed to be an evacuation afterwards, but if no one was evacuated, I still think prison time should be considered.
Okay, all right.
There's a guy in France, a Frenchman, a 24-year-old
Frenchman.
A Frenchman. I'm sure he eats an escargot. Jean-Pierre could be this guy's name. But
I thought it was going to be this guy's name. I was like, you're kidding.
As you will very quickly come to realize, not named in this article.
Oh, okay.
So this 24-year-old man has had to take himself down to the hospital because he... and they have multiple TV shows about this exact thing, but he's inserted something into his rectum that is a shell, and not a conch, but a World War I shell, into his ass.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So when
Tally-ho.
When Cardi B says this ass bomb, this man
had a bomb in his ass.
Jean-Pierre really means it.
Wow.
It was really in there, and then they had to evacuate the hospital because this man has a device in his anus that could blow up the building. So they've had to evacuate the hospital.
I reckon you should, at that point, as a doctor...
Yeah.
And I know you do the Hippocratic Oath or whatever, and
leave it there.
Well, just write a refusal on whether or not you want to get the bomb out of the guy's ass.
Exactly.
Because if they're evacuating everyone else, I feel like you as the doctor should be able to go,
do we get the hurt locker in
I
here?
didn't get myself into this situation. So
and what's the Hippocratic Oath? There's like, I will let no harm come to any other person.
No, do no harm or whatever. And I think there's also stuff in there about you have to help people.
Oh, how long is it? It's like the Miranda rights.
Yeah, you're a doctor, you have to help people. Like, that's the whole thing.
And
if someone's in need, you have to help.
Exactly right.
And what I'm saying here is, if someone's shoved a bomb up their ass,
you have to help them.
You shouldn't have to help them.
If the bomb squad has to be called, I don't think you should have to help anyone.
What a sweet spot, hey? What an absolute sweet spot that is, to be a Parisian bomb squad technician that also did a few years of medical school.
You're a little bit of a surgeon,
because now you are the guy.
There is one man for this job.
The most important person in Paris all of a sudden.
You won't believe it. His name also is Jean-Pierre.
Doctor and now bomb technician.
Jean-Pierre. The only stories I'm seeing coming out of the Olympics, which I don't know if this is good or bad or just shows my lack of wanting for winter sports, all sex stuff. We already talked about the
I think that's
acid injections that were going on last week.
I'm not going to just railroad over the top of you here, but this has got much more to do with your algorithm.
Yeah, I would
Australia,
think so too.
we've won some gold. Yeah. We've got a couple of other medals. It's all happening.
I just don't know if is it that exciting though.
It is exciting. I'm excited. I got excited. I was like, hell yeah. Nah. Maybe it's because I've been skiing recently.
I also started paying attention because the TV's been on at work and I've been catching some of the events. We didn't have enough for a Winter Olympics.
You don't think?
Like Summer Olympics, we were like, holy shit.
No, we smash it.
Our cup runneth over to the point where it's like, maybe we include breakdancing.
Yeah.
No, thanks. No, that's not good. All right, we'll go back to the drawing board. Skateboarding, yes.
Yeah.
Passed with flying colours. The Winter Olympics, it's like, all right.
What about skiing, but you shoot things while you ski?
Can you like run up a hill with skis?
Yeah.
It's like, I guess.
I think that ultimately the Olympics traces all the way back to how bored were humans once upon a time.
Yeah,
and that's, I think it's nice. It's like the Olympics is like a history lesson.
Yeah.
Of this was an actual thing people did
Yep.
to cure boredom.
Exactly
They would
right.
they would ski down a hill, but see who could go sideways best.
And it's the whole point of Cool Runnings, that phenomenal motion picture. One of my favorites of all time.
Hallmark.
With the Summer Olympics, it's like, doesn't matter where you live. Like, you can probably train at some of these sports. For the Winter Olympics, it's like, do you have a chalet? Mm-hmm. Do you have $15,000 you can spend at the drop of a hat?
Damar and Pa have a private jet. Like, it's really, there's a lot of stuff like that worked
You
into it.
have to have at some stage, there's going to be a cabin that has a fire going in it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit exclusive, but I did see that, obviously, we talked about it very briefly when we spoke about the Olympics last time, but a lot of sex goes on in the Olympic Village.
Yes.
They handed out 100,000 condoms.
Which I say is a mistake.
Why? Well, the age-old thing of like, let's create the X-Men.
Yeah. It's the most athletic people on earth.
You could definitely get Iceman, obviously. Storm, you could probably get Storm out of this.
No, I look, seriously though, probably for the best.
I think so.
Everything's good. Yeah,
and you got too much on. It's like, imagine that. Imagine like you're like, oh God, now I've got to stress that I maybe accidentally got someone pregnant as well.
But the other thing is your kid's absolutely getting into the same sport as you. So at least you take them to the same training. It's not a whole thing.
What would I combine? If it was the Winter Olympics, I would get one of the ones we were talking about where you go down the big slope and then you go like whoop, into the air. I would get one of those. And the guy, there's just really nothing else.
I'd get downhill skier and a cross-country skier. Because then you just got a person that skis in every direction. Like the elevator in Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. It just goes in every direction. This person can ski up, ski down, ski sideways.
I would like one of the parents to be, what was Stephen Bradbury, a speed skater?
He was,
I would like a speed skater and one of the downhill ones. So I want a bit of adrenaline.
Fastest person on earth.
Exactly. Yeah. I want one for speed and one for endurance of like, you need to have good character. You need to be like, I'm not scared of anything.
Hell yeah.
That in 3 days, they went through 100,000 condoms. They're all gone.
Nah.
Some of them must have been water balloons. You can't tell me every single one was.
Souvenirs. Like, for sure. You can't tell me that there's not been 100,000.
Like, at some point, events have to have happened.
Yeah.
Like, like,
that's not what the events are.
It's not. You didn't come to the Milan Cortana orgy. Like, you came to participate in the Olympics. When's that going on the side of all this sex that is apparently happening as well?
I have absolutely, they're talking about more and more that it's becoming a burden for countries and cities to host the Olympics.
Of course,
it's becoming an actual economic burden.
You essentially need to create a city.
The broadcasting rights are how the Olympic Committee make most of their money.
Yeah. Also host naked attraction on the side.
I was going to say.
Dating naked.
You've got the BBC, you've got NBC,
well, you
Channel 9, Pornhub. Like, you've got some options. I'm saying there's more people that could be buying Olympic telecast rights.
Are you worried about sponsorship? How worried?
It's obviously a big week just gone politically here in Australia with, kind of. The Liberal spills stuff happens fairly regularly.
Yeah, and it's also more embarrassing, I think, when you're not in power as well. It's like you had no pressure at all, guys. Yep. I think for either party. It's like if you're not in control and you're like, I'm
just
so
can't
stressed.
Get our shit together.
It would be like how I would imagine my friends who are parents hearing me be stressed. Yeah. It's like, oh, God, and I'm nearly out of petrol. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, I'm running a country at the moment and you're worried about what? Who has more pens?
Anyway, so Susan Lee, no longer leader of the opposition.
Less than a year in. That's got to suck.
Andrew Taylor Angus Taylor.
There you go.
I keep wanting to say Angus Young, who is from AC/DC, and it's
not him.
Not him.
He weirdly still has a lot on.
Anyway, this is not at all what I want to talk about.
What? This is not an in-depth discussion of what is happening in Australian politics?
I'm not going to become the political sleuth of journalists that's going to get all the news.
Then I'll calm down.
But one thing I do want to talk about, what the are we doing in Parliament House with the Venetian blinds?
What do you mean?
We've got wooden Venetian blinds in Parliament House, and they are there in every press conference, everything I see.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's in just the party rooms, because when they're doing a proper press conference with the flags and like the blue backdrop, you don't see it. But every time there's like an informal one that happens, we got to get rid of the wooden Venetian blinds. Are they
the ones that come down as slats?
Yes.
Just like
That's a sign.
I had them in my room as a kid.
It's a sign of a time gone by, and I think it ages us as a country very badly.
It kind of is like what I think, because I agree I halfway agree, because I think that as a nation we're a little silly. Like in a lot of ways, we pretend to be England. Like we're like, ooh, we're fancy, but it's like the childhood that most people had was not that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we either need to just pick a lane.
Yeah.
It's like for Parliament House, are we just classing it up and it's not anyone's lived experience? It's just like, here is Parliament House. Or linos through the whole floor.
Because there's a lot of that going on at Parliament House as well.
Perfect. And leave that. I want the carpet to look like what's on buses.
Yeah.
Like it needs to look really gross, and it needs to look like it's not been changed for 50 years. I think we need to pick a line.
If you've ever walked down the halls of Parliament House, like where senators' offices and stuff are.
Not a lot of people have.
It looks, if you've done the tour or whatever, it looks like a high school.
Yes,
it does. And then there are other parts of it that are marble.
Exactly.
And then we've got the Venetian blinds, which
Yeah.
the only reason I think I hate the Venetian blinds so much is because I also had them as a kid.
Yep.
And they don't block out as much light as you'd hope.
Oh, of course not.
And you're wanting to sleep in on a Saturday, particularly if you're a teenager, just getting used to drinking.
Yeah.
You want it, you're hungover, the Venetian blinds have got that weird little one spot where the sun pierces through and just stabs you in the eye. I hate Venetian blinds.
Well, and I had them for long enough that it was to the point where I was sneaking back into my house at night.
Yes.
And
impossible.
trying to pull up Venetian blinds is hard enough. And so I would just pull it up a quarter of the way, enough that I could climb in. But then when you jump through and your legs hit it sounds like you're playing a xylophone.
Yeah.
Like my mum would come into my room a lot and be like, what the hell's going on here? And I'd have to pretend.
I'm spilling the leadership of the Liberal Party, actually, Mum. Mind your business.
I'm discussing whether or not I deserve a job anymore. I don't know.
Getting into swimming this year. Going to do a bit of swimming.
Okay. Breaststroke, I bet.
Because I've got man breasts.
I didn't say
Is that
that.
the joke? Because you looked at my breasts after you said that. Are you proud of yourself?
No, because I should have said boob stroke.
You did. Okay. All right, moving on. I've got
moob stroke. That's where I should have gotten to. And honestly, that's my bad, guys. I should have had that one ready to go in the chamber. I like to hold myself to a higher standard, and that should have come straight to me. But yes, moob stroke. Is that what you're doing?
Up, maybe. Just let me tell my story.
When you hear freestyle, do you think it means like eat whatever you want, like free eating?
Okay. I'm getting,
butterfly. Never
getting
mind.
into swimming this year to combat these kinds of jokes.
Sure. Works out every part of your body at once. That's what they say.
It does, and it's very good for your cardio, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoy swimming, so
What is
all
your
works.
favourite stroke?
Breaststroke, ironically. Sorry.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, so now the thing that I wanted to talk about was a thing that not a lot of people do talk about, and that is how much penis you have to see if you get into swimming.
A lot of dong.
So much freedom.
You're talking about obviously in the lockers.
In
like
the men's change rooms.
Yeah.
Not people nude swimming.
You're hearing this uninitiated into the swimming world. Don't think that people are dropping trout at the pool.
In I go. Like, that's not what's happening.
You're not allowed to swim naked at public pools.
Some pools, I don't know. But anyway, not the one I go to. But unfortunately...
in the change rooms.
Oh, my goodness. It is...
More so than the gym even.
I wonder... And I don't know, like it's a frontier, and the pod pals can probably help us out with this. It does the same thing fly in the ladies' change room? So they just nude all the time? Like, because
I think it's less aggressive though.
And I think I would hope too. And the other part of this is, and it's not besmirching anybody, body confidence, whatever. It's a change room. You're getting changed. That's fine.
Yeah.
But just a lot of old penises. Yeah. Like a lot of old men.
Yeah.
It's really the younger guys seem to sort of go, oh, towel, and then maybe I'll face the wall and just quickly put my undies on. But guys are having conversations. Like guys in their 70s are talking to each other full nude.
Yeah. Hanging their bait.
Yeah.
And what's the song? What's that movie? Wicked. It brings Defying Gravity to mind
really?
when I'm like, oh my God. Did you What happened? Something obviously happened to you. That can't have just
like
naturally
one of those
happened.
things on an office desk where the marbles click together.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. And every time I see that, I'm like, that can't be natural. No. And then I see 15 guys, and I'm like, obviously, it comes for us all. Father gravity.
I'm not saying that people can't get changed in a change room. I'm just saying that maybe conversations don't need to occur.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a time to socialize. Maybe it's a time to get changed and then get back into clothing and go about your day.
And I don't know if it's something about me or if it's just maybe these guys have, I don't know. But if I wouldn't be able to hold if someone was talking to me, peeing out, I'd find it very hard to maintain eye contact. Like I'd just be like,
are we doing something about that, or what are you doing?
Like I would be very distracted. I'd be like,
putting that away, or
what's going on?
Yeah.
Whereas these old guys, they don't care. They
love it.
They're like, oh yeah, and Carol at the home, she's just decided to start a veggie patch, and it's like, what's?
I can see your veggie patch. I don't want to see this.
Put your turnip away.
Put your turnip away. This looks like Santa's an elephant. I've had enough of it.
We've established it's bad.
Yeah, it's not good.